You're listening to FAMcast, the For All Manakind podcast, with your hosts, the competitive spirit, Trey Simpson, our own devil's advocate, Tim Weber, and the hopelessly optimistic Trevor Jorgensen. This is FAMcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to FAMcast. This is episode 66, and we're here. We've been busy. I know we've been doing some reviews lately on podcasts, but we're back for another one of our regular episodes. We've all kind of been right. We've all kind of been a little busy lately. I know personally, I got a new job at work. It's been pretty exciting. So I've been busy getting into that. I was also at TwitchCon a week ago.
He was
a little over a week ago. Chilling in San Diego.
All of us behind. It's fine.
Yep.
In San Diego. And Tim's been busy this past weekend with Project Resistance. Not a Resident Evil game. Not even a game, just a project.
A project, which, contrary to what a lot of people bitch about, because people just want to bitch because it's not a core game, is actually really fun in its own right. Like, it was solid. There are definitely some balancing that needs done, but the concept behind it, everything about it, I enjoyed what I played. As both parts, as a survivor and the mastermind, I enjoyed both parts.
Yeah, and honestly, I haven't even been able to talk to you about it yet. We've all been so busy, so I'm excited to learn a little bit more about your beta weekend there. And I know Trey's been deep into getting some planning for some of our projects coming up in the next month or so. He's been deep into that. So we've all just been pretty busy. So we wanted to kind of sit down, do a regular podcast and talk about a few of the things that we've learned about the past week or so. One of those being the Twitch changes that are rolling out that we just heard about last week at TwitchCon. Yup. Some of them small, but some of them are pretty game changing. Been asked for a long time, and some of them I know we didn't ask for them, but we're glad that they announced them. So some cool things. So kind of wanted to walk you guys through that. Maybe you hadn't heard of it, or maybe you had, and we'll just talk about it anyways. One of the first things that they announced before TwitchCon even officially started, I think it was maybe the day before, or the morning of, I don't remember. It was like a brand redesign. So they rolled out like new logo, new colors, new type, which kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I was hearing at TwitchCon, not too many people were happy with, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think it's sweet. I think it looks modern.
So I'm not like mad about it. Like, I'm not upset. Me personally, it's whatever. I guess I didn't see the point in it other than, I guess they're just wanting to do it. So, okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of my feeling. Like, okay.
Kind of just brings it up to code, you know? It's like it's a little outdated, I think. The previous
glitch.
Face is outdated.
The previous glitch, I guess you could say. Yeah. The previous like font and everything, I don't know. Like the faded grayish purple tones of it was kind of like, meh. I like the way it looks now.
And I love looking at style guides, like looking at the different like art palettes and font choices. That's definitely right up my alley. And
5 years from now, they're going to go back to it. It's going to be like, oh man, it's going to be like the new thing. We're just going back and forth. Oh, this is new. Oh, now this is new again. Now this is new again.
Right. No, it's kind of like what Trey said. They're kind of bringing it up to modern day standards. Just kind of what's fresh in the marketing world, I guess.
Yeah, right.
So I like the bold look that they're going with the glitch logo. Kind of makes it pop a little more in the. Trey also brought up the difference in the purples. You don't really notice it until you put them side by side, just how vibrant the new one is and how like dull the old one was.
Right.
So it's cool. I know a lot of people aren't really happy with how bright it is, but I like seeing how it works with all the other colors that they've got in their arsenal, and their font choice is really clean too. Super easy to read. Just just
I like
real
change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keeps it fresh, and with some of the other changes that they're rolling out, it kind of makes sense. Just because they are doing some pretty big overhauls on other parts of the site for streamers. Kind of makes sense that this is a good time to start something new like that.
Yeah.
Now, with that, one of the things that I was just gonna kind of go in order here. One of the things that they brought up was the new dashboard. Did you guys get a chance to look at that?
Yeah, I looked at it and everything. I mean, it's interesting. It's not, again, not bad. I'm not mad about it. I think it'll make it easier to interact with things.
I think that's what I liked. It has the for those of you that haven't seen it yet, and if you are streamers, you're used to your regular streamer dashboard to where you've got the live view, chat. It's all modular. You can kind of move things around, and this one it's kind of more focused on the interaction piece behind it. To where on the right side you have quick actions is what they call them, to where you can customize what quick actions you want there, whether it's a clip button. Start an ad, which we'll get into a little bit later as well. Trying to think of some of the others. Stream markers, which I know are big for us. We rely heavily on stream markers, so we can go back and view later for some of the highlights. So yeah, I think that'll be huge for us, and I'm sure others feel the same way. Just from a ease of use standpoint.
Right. And we like making highlight videos for us and everybody else to enjoy. So it's always helpful to have. And like for me, when I'm streaming, I don't ever mark anything because it's not complicated, but it is at the same time. Like I don't mean for it to be complicated. Okay. I don't have it set up on my stream deck, so this will make it easier. Okay.
Yeah.
Fight me, Trey.
For sure. And for those that don't have a stream deck, like just having it up on your second, or in Tim's case, third screen, or I guess yours too, Trey. You've got a third screen set in that too.
Wow, and his setup's really neat looking.
It is. I like how he's got
undermine his
the 2-in-1.
Trey, I like yours better.
Thanks, man.
But even if you don't have a stream deck, you can still use the quick actions just to easily click on it while you're streaming if you wanted to catch a clip or marker or something. So it just makes it a lot easier for streamers, and you still have your chat off to the left side too. You guys said you took a look at it already?
Yeah, actually, I kept it up, but yeah,
I've looked into too much, but yeah, I've seen the way it looks. It kind of almost reminds me of like a desktop version of a Stream Deck.
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what it looks like.
But it's like a Stream Deck meant for obviously for streaming tactics only, I guess you could say. But it's pretty neat. I do like that. It helps just move things, makes things a little bit more smoother to go from one thing to another.
For sure.
Instead of having to dig through I guess the old dashboard was a bit much, I think. You had all those modules all in one, and now you've just got a button. You just be like, okay, I want this here, bam, this here, bam, okay, sweet, that there, bam, done.
Yep,
exactly. And you can customize it to what you use the most.
Exactly.
Like on here, they have. I was looking at some of the other things you can add. You can turn on emote only chat, follower only chat. You can have a raid button. So there's or even start a squad stream. So there's lots you can do just from the click of a button. And I like that they have all the. What's that?
Squad streaming needs to hurry up.
Yeah.
It's still a thing for affiliates only, I do believe. I don't think it's, or not affiliates, for partners only.
I know.
Not available for affiliates just yet. But
something makes
I think some of them have been able to test it out from what I was hearing, but not us, unfortunately. But I know that's something that we'll definitely be using a lot, especially when with Leo and Zach. I know we like to co-stream with them. I also like the numbers up at the top. It kind of keeps it kind of out of the way. That way it's not like a big focus, but you can at least see how long you've been streaming. That way
right.
Just the little things. It focuses more on the engagement, which I think is huge. That's always been something that we've wanted to focus on. It's just the engagement piece. So it's nice to see that they're taking that into consideration, and that actually just opened up today for an early look. So we'll be able to get into that when we stream again tomorrow night, which will be nice. Do you guys have a favorite part? I forgot to ask. Do you guys have a favorite part of the new dashboard that you think you'll use the most, since you guys are the two main streamers of the channel?
I just like that it's just more interactive, man. Like anything that's gonna bring in your audience, I think is always a plus. Being able to, I guess, like the clip that button is always going to be nice.
Yes.
So I know we're gonna.
Yes.
Since I think the Stream Deck one, for some reason, at least it doesn't work for me.
Stream Deck is what he just told me like 5 minutes ago, and now he's like, it doesn't work for me.
You're just stream markers, Tim. That's what I was talking about.
No, I agree. I think the just the ease of use.
Yep.
Of that like little side panel will be just super nice. Oh, something happened. I don't have to say, will someone clip that for me?
Yeah. Yeah. Is anyone listening?
Yeah.
Hell. Is anyone even there? No? Okay, never mind.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to using that on stream this next week, especially since we've got some bigger events coming up. But some of the smaller updates that they've or not that they've added, but are going to add. Another one starting in October is going to be polls, to where you can just do like a quick interactive poll. So say you're finishing up a game of something and you want to, what game do I want to play next? So you could just, throw a couple games up on there, see what the community wants to see you play. And like Trey said, no more straw polls, which will be nice. Yeah, I just think, again, just something else that we can add to the engagement piece on streams.
I agree. I think the poll, I saw that when I was like the first thing I saw was like, I was like, oh, they're adding polls. I was like, okay, well, that's cool. That'll be nice. I mean, I don't know how much I'll personally utilize it because usually when I go to stream, I know what I'm streaming. But there are definitely those days where it's like, okay, I'm not feeling this. Everyone here, I'm gonna throw some games up. What do you want me to play?
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's a small addition, but it's a good addition.
It's one of the things I liked most about playing Telltale games on stream, to where the viewers could like vote for the outcome kind of thing.
Yeah, until you get mad at them for choosing the one you didn't want to do. I was there, Trevor. I saw.
Not that this, it probably doesn't have the latency to do something like that with, but still, I'm sure you could have people are going to come up with some fun ways to use polls to integrate into their gameplays. Like maybe what loadout should I use this next match or something like that.
Oh, that would be cool. Actually, that would be badass. Stuff like that.
Maybe give Tim a challenge when Call of Duty comes out or something. Make him use a loadout that he's not familiar with.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That could be a good time. That actually could be a lot of fun. I didn't think about. Look at Trevor over here thinking outside the bun.
Outside the bun? I like it.
Thinking outside the bun.
Isn't that Taco Bell?
Yes, it's Taco Bell.
I don't think they use that anymore.
Probably not. Well, that sounds like
they're missing out.
Yeah, that's like super old.
They're missing out.
Right. Bring it back. They also don't have the Chihuahua anymore either.
They don't.
Rip. Jesus. Now I want Taco Bell. # not sponsored. One of the bigger things that I was really excited about, I think this might be one of my favorite announcements, the hype train. Did you guys see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to understand it, so I'm gonna have you tell me what you think it is, and I'll see if it's the same thing I think it is. Go.
Okay. So, and I might have a little bit of an edge, and there could be some parts that I'm missing out on too, but I saw one of the Twitch guys kind of talk about it a little more in depth, from like he tweeted about his panel. So my understanding from that is that if a certain amount of events happen in a short enough amount of time, so say you get enough bits or subs in we'll say like a 30-second window. I don't know what the window is. And maybe it differs depending on what kind of hype train it is, because I think they've got different levels. I don't know the exacts because it's not out yet. So if we'll say 3 events happen in a 30-second window to where you get bits 3 times in that 30-second window, it starts a hype train. So that gives viewers a however many minute window, we'll say a 4-minute window, to keep up the hype train. So if they keep subbing or gifting subs or cheering bits, it increases the hype train percentage. So if they reach 100% for that hype train, everyone unlocks like emote rewards. So they'll unlock emotes that you can only get like from the hype train.
Okay,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's neat.
And it's just a cool way. Like if something cool happens on stream, just to kind of everyone's kind of working together to build up that hype.
Definitely not at all what I thought it was. So that makes
What now? I am interested though. What was your interpretation of it?
I thought it was going to be like what Mixer has in the form of like, oh, this guy is in the final 5. Let's put him up on like the main page
the hype
because
zone?
like the hype zone. I thought that's what it was going to be because that would help people get views and people to see them versus where the hype train's just, all right, you have your audience and you have 5 people in here, but there's a hype train. So hopefully these 5 people can do something and get things. I thought it was going to be more like hype zone, and that would have been personally better in my opinion. But I mean, I'll take what it is.
Gotcha. So you were thinking more from like a discovery standpoint instead of
because that's what everyone needs more than anything. Like discovery is the number one thing that needs to be helped.
Yeah.
In these platforms, and that's one of the things I feel like Mixer has above Twitch is the amount of discovery that can be done via things like the hype zone and stuff is just better. And I thought that's what the hype train was their version of that, and apparently just stealing the name basically, but apparently not. So okay, whatevs, I'll take it. I hope they implement some kind of hype zone eventually, but that's cool.
I think they're and not that Twitch does everything perfect, far from it. They definitely have opportunities. But I think that they have done they've been at least trying to work towards better discoverability with even with like tags. I think those are about a year old now.
Tags.
So you can at least, when someone searches for Resident Evil, they can at least narrow down what they're looking for, because maybe they're only looking for someone who's playing through it, for the first time, or maybe they're looking for someone.
How often do people use that? I never once use tags when I'm looking up streams. I will type the name of the game in and find the person.
Sure, and I'm not saying that it's it's completely changed the game. I'm just kind of talking about little steps that have helped out a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have something like the hype zone, but
I think it's almost something that's needed, especially just because how large the platform is, and like they've implemented some stuff like that's kind of game specific. Like if I'm playing Overwatch, the game or Twitch knows that he's playing Orisa, so it has like Orisa in the tag, which is nice. But
now, am I to assume that most of those features like that, Trey, can only be done on PC? So I thought about this, and maybe I'm wrong, and I assume this is why the Echo Cast isn't on Borderlands on the consoles yet, is a lot of those integrations like that only really work on PC because it's PC, right? Because I'm not sure, like, they still don't have Echo Cast, and I still don't see them having a thing saying Echo Cast is coming anytime soon to console players. Like, have you noticed that? It kind of just like died. Like, have you noticed that hasn't got brought back up at all? And maybe I'm wrong.
Tweet at him, Tim. Let him know. Let him know you want. Let him know you want.
But I don't know. Well, I don't know from a coding standpoint because I'm not a coder. But I can only assume that it's very different getting stuff like that off of a console versus a PC.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's much harder. But I mean, it could be even as easy as they have the Twitch, Twitch app downloaded on their system, so that way Twitch can see what they're playing, and then it'll go from there, almost like how Mixer does it. But
I mean, we'll see. I'm sure there are going to be ways to integrate things. I mean, people are great. People know how to do things. We have very intelligent people who are very good at what they do, and I'm sure that will come. I just think console players like myself are still at a disadvantage to some of these features because we're just of where we're at right now.
For sure.
I feel like if anything, they would have to do something with the Shift account, to where you link your Shift account to Twitch, because they already have that integration set up. But then
that makes sense.
It would read, this Shift account is streaming right now, and they're also playing Borderlands 3. Right. What character are they playing? What instance or server are they currently on, so they can track
that. Makes sense. That's a good concept. It's a good idea. It'd be a pain in the ass for us, but that is a good idea on like how that would work.
Yeah. Like I said, I have no idea how any of this works. I'm just assuming that that's one
Trevor
way
for president.
Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, that's so. I mean, the hype train, cool and all. Like, I don't think it'll do much for, like, if I'm being just dead honest, I don't think it's going to do much for us. Yeah. I don't think it's not going to do much for us. It's not going to do much for people who get 10 to 20 or 10 to whatever viewers average, stuff like that. one day it will. Like ideally, one day it's going to help us greatly, and we're going to have a good time with it. And I'm not saying we're never going to take advantage of it, or it's never going to come. Like I'm sure that time will come, and we'll have moments like that. Hopefully, in this upcoming event that we have coming up, it'll pop a couple times if it's there by then. Which you said October, right? For that
October's polls, but for Hype Train, it's just later this year.
Okay, so who knows? Maybe. Again, it's one of those features that. Cool, it's there, and it's not like no one asked for it, but no one's going to say no to it because it's just a cool way to get more stuff.
It doesn't hurt anything.
Exactly. It doesn't hurt anything. I'm not mad that it's a thing. I just hope that I still feel like we need better discovery things.
Yeah, I mean it makes me think of the like remember having like bit wars in chats where like people would kind of go back and forth.
Exactly.
That's what it makes me think of, and I think maybe that's where they got the concept from. Except this time, people are being rewarded.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it's a cool way just to kind of get everyone on board the hype train.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, that was one of the things I was most excited for. The last one for their first day update, or at least on their blog post here, it was just auto refill on bits. So basically, you just say, "Hey, I want 500 bits a month or 5,000 bits a month, whatever it is."
It's like if you dip so low under a threshold, it'll just re-up your bits.
Exactly. So just auto refills, which that's awesome for people that spend enough bits to do that. I think that's awesome. I don't know if I would.
I would never do it.
I wouldn't do it
because I feel like that just anything that auto refills is just too risky for me.
It's too risky, and you're basically just auto refilling currency.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you're doing is like, okay, I'm going to turn my $5 into Twitch currency.
Yeah.
Every month.
But there's people that do that, religiously in different people's channels. So like they'll give 500 bits a month to certain people or whatever it may be. I think it's great for some people, but for me, I just don't trust myself enough. So I'll stick to my my manual bit purchases. But again, that not all these changes are meant specifically for me. So I'm definitely okay with it. It doesn't hurt anything by any means. So
they need to make it to where I can have a whole separate side panel over here continuously running ads and refilling my bits. That's what they should do.
Do they?
Because look, they get Twitch. Look, they still make money off of ads. Am I right? So if I can have a little side panel up over here that's just running ads until like maybe you get like a 500 bit threshold a day, right? They're going to make money because that ad is running on my computer and I'm going to get bits to give back to the community. Whether I'm watching the ad or not doesn't matter to them. They don't give two shits. If it's up and running, that's all that matters.
Well, I'm sure the brands care.
Okay, but do they?
Yeah, the brands care. They that's why they put it. That's why you got those pre-roll ads. They want you to watch
McDonald's.
them.
I want to go. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, for sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like that would be something nice that would help a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just an auto thing. Like I shouldn't have to get out of my view of this person playing to watch an ad to get 10 bits, 5 bits.
Well, speaking of which, they also added that. They added picture-in-picture, which is going to be nice, so that say. We do need to run an ad or we're about to go to the bathroom or something like that, it'll pop out. It'll put the video above chat and put the commercial up front and center so you can still see what's going on in chat or still see what's going on the stream, but then have that ad playing still. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not going to get you bits, but I understand what you're talking about, Tim.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's a great change for the ad services that they currently have, because that sucks. Like you want to jump into a stream right away, and you can't because you've got a 30-second ad roll that's stopping you from seeing the reaction from your raid or
it's gonna
like a big moment on Overwatch or not Overwatch League that doesn't count. But,
what do you mean that doesn't happen? Of course, that happens on Overwatch League all the time.
No, with the season pass.
Oh, I guess okay.
Sorry, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it just I'm glad they're being thoughtful of the people that want to see the action right away, but understand that they still need ads.
It's gonna help raid culture.
for sure. That sounds so weird.
Raid culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Let's take that back.
Another,
I think it would be nice.
Yeah.
Just because, I can say, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, let the ad roll, and then, like, say I get to my chair before the ad's over, and it's just, like, something funny that could happen. I don't know. Right. Like, I'm just sitting there, and it's, like, waiting for it, and, like, something stupid happens, and then, oh, okay, commercial's over, and they're like, oh, we watched you the entire time being an idiot. I'm like, oh,
right. Great. Sweet. The next one, and this is one, once again, kind of another one that I don't think we'll probably use just because we're so we've got deep roots in slobs now. But Twitch Studio, basically their own what do you call it? Broadcasting software, Trey?
Yes.
Which I think is great. Like I think it makes sense for them to have their own broadcasting software, and it sounds like their thought process behind it is to make it easier for new streamers. So people that aren't really familiar with everything, because going in blind, especially most people go into this by themselves. We're lucky because we're 3 people and we all have different specialties. Like we're all
we
good
have
with
a
different
tray.
things.
And I'm experienced, so.
And it makes it easier for these new people to jump in, and they've got like pre-built templates, customizations. Looks like built-in activity feed, chat, alerts. So a lot of the things that we put a lot of time into to customize our own way, but they kind of have everything built out to make it a lot easier for new people to still get those cool things set up on their streams. Mm-hmm. And I think it looks like that's coming in November. I know they've been doing some testing previously, and we got to see it a little bit on the show floor at TwitchCon. But I mean, it looks nice. It's really clean. So I think it's awesome that they're making it easier for new streamers to jump into it.
Yeah, no, there's a couple people I know that want to get into streaming, but they're terrified because of like slobs and OBS, and this would be good for them. Like this would be what I show them to use, even though I don't know how to use it. If it's as easy as it's supposed to be, it should be. They should be click and go.
You're supposed to give them our affiliate link to Streamlabs, Tim. Jeez,
we have that.
Yes.
Cut the VOD. Cut the VOD.
And that's why we always have toast with our breakfast.
Okay. Let's get back on topic here.
Oh, anyways. Next up, we already covered the creator dashboard at the beginning, so I'll go and skip over that. We know it's great. The next one is actually really cool too. They're redesigning our channel pages. So completely changing the way that our actual page looks. So if you go to like twitch.tv/forallmankind, it'll look differently here in the next couple, or it looks like later next year. Ooh, never mind, not next couple months.
One of these days.
Yeah, one of these days.
Sometime.
It'll look different. So it's going to be a lot more engaging to where if you guys are familiar with YouTube, some channels have like a channel trailer just to kind of give you an idea as far as what that person's all about, what kind of content they make. Twitch is kind of going down that route too, to where we'll be able to have a channel trailer so you can kind of get an idea for what each streamer does, which I think is great for us since, Tim and Trey stream. I stream, once every year or so. So we can see what each person's content is like. And you can even publish schedules, which is something else that's really cool. Instead of, I know right now we've got our little panel down at the bottom. Sometimes we'll post them on Twitter if it's, we've got like a special event going on that week. But this way it's directly embedded into the stream. So next to home, about, you've got a little schedule tab now too. I don't know if you guys looked into it at all, if you thought any of that was.
Yeah, I saw that. I like the schedule part of it. I think it looks really clean. And the idea of having like a stream trailer, I guess you could say, is really nice too. That kind of gives people like an idea of what to expect when coming into the stream.
Yeah. And
I agree with that actually 100%.
Especially if you come in from a raid, and you're watching someone that you're not familiar with at all, and you're just coming right in the middle of a stream. It makes sense to if you hang out for a couple of minutes, you're like, oh, this person's kind of cool. You can just check out a quick trailer instead of digging through their VODs to see what they've done previously.
It's almost like sub only mode You can watch like 5 minutes of it and be like, oh, I kind of like this person. I can sub to them and watch the rest of the stream, or not pay to watch someone stream. But
I'm not even iffy on that. I'm not a fan of that's just me. I'm sure it works great for other people, but I don't like the idea of putting content behind a paywall.
I agree with it to an extent. There's some people out there that use it to get rid of trolls, or people will use it, if they're streaming art. They don't want people, stealing their artwork from off their stream,
Sure.
So I think it's pretty nice. Or, if there's like a special night where you want to just stream with your subscribers only.
Yeah.
Not for everyone.
I can definitely see it in circumstances like that. That's a good point behind the art stuff. I didn't think about that. That's a.
I learned about that from hanging out with my buddy Overlord JC. We actually rated someone who was doing a sub only, and she kind of explained like, I do 3D models. I tend to have a lot of trolls that come in because I'm a female streamer. On top of that, I do 3D models, so people tend to come in and steal my ideas from off me. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do sub only. So that if you want to watch me, you can watch me. If you're trying to steal my crap, I'm getting paid for it either way. Right. So I said, fair enough.
Yeah, interesting.
That's a good way to think about it. So
yeah. I guess when I first thought about it, I was thinking of like every stream you have is locked behind a paywall.
Oh, behind a paywall. Yeah, that's what I thought of at first. But I was like, no.
Yeah, it makes sense for like if you want to have a celebratory stream with. Like, hey, subs, let's come all and hang out together in a more like intimate setting, maybe.
Yeah,
I like that. I can get behind that.
Pretty dope.
Anything that you saw about the new channel page that you particularly liked, Tim?
I mean, just that's gonna be newer and updated. I always, like you said, I always enjoy seeing the newer stuff. I'm right there with you. Well, I guess Trey now Trevor about the pay thing. I wouldn't have thought about using it, but the art thing makes sense. The special occasion thing makes sense. I mean, that's big. That's important.
Yeah, definitely. When I first heard about it, I was not a fan, but it's cool to hear different perspectives. But moving into the next one here, I completely forgot about this. If I'm being honest.
Wow, and I know what you're going to talk about too. Mm-hmm. Yep,
yeah.
Say it.
What is it? Go ahead and
channel
say it.
Points.
Channel points. Yep.
Channel points. 100%. That's probably the best news that came out of the whole thing. If you ask me.
Yeah. No, I agree. Taking a page out of Mixer's book there, which I think is huge. You're rewarding people that come back and watch for multiple nights throughout the week or month. Keep getting them points. So I guess
these actually are better, if you ask me, than Mixer.
Yeah. So if we take a step back and just kind of go over it in case anyone listening hasn't heard of this before. So channel points, it's going to be like channel specific, to where if you watch a stream, you get points just for watching. You might be familiar with like some channels do their own currency to where you get points like that. This is basically Twitch's built-in version of that, to where you can whether you follow and get points, sub and get points, or gift a sub, or even just view, you're building up these points that you get to spend on different rewards. So it could be unlocking a like a random sub emote. So even if you're not subbed, you can unlock a random sub emote. If you spend more, you can choose which emote you want to unlock. You can do like a highlight message, like if you wanted to highlight something on like in chat, just as if you wanted to, I'm not sure what you would highlight, but a cool message that you wanted to highlight in chat for if you spent however many points, and a bunch of other things that each channel can customize depending on how they want it set up. And I like that part, that the streamer's in control of what the rewards are. That way everyone can kind of set it up their own way.
Yeah, so just as an example, I've got I'm a big fan of Maximilian. I think everybody here knows that.
Yeah.
But I have about 23.6k points for his channel right now. And he has send a message in sub only mode. So let's say you're not sub to him, but you've you collect enough points, you can be like, okay, I need to send a message to him. Bam, you can send that. That's pretty cool. He's got unlock a random sub emote, which is pretty cool. Choose a emote to unlock, which is what Trevor was just talking about. And his last one is modify a single emote, which would be like you can put grayscale over top of any emote they have.
So he must be a tester then.
Yeah. And then you can turn it, to the left if it's facing, to the right. You can swap it, vice versa. Cool. And the other one that they have was put sunglasses on it. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like that. I know we've got our Hyper Tim emote. That'd be cool to if people could unlock different versions of Hyper Tim.
Flip the other way, make a grayscale, put sunglasses on it. And I think as they slowly roll it out, they're going to add more modifications that they can put onto
for sure
the emotes. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I've done it a few times.
I signed us up for early access, so hopefully we get in to test it out.
Yeah, I think the point system's great. I like the point system. Probably out of all the news that came out of this, I like that the best.
Yeah. Everything we've talked about, I feel like kind of comes down to engagement, just helping us to be able to engage more with the people that are hanging out with us.
Yeah, I think that's I guess it's kind of like the one thing that Twitch was lacking was engagement with people who are watching, other than obviously like calling them out and be like, oh, thanks, you know, Crusher 99 or whatever.
Crusher 99.
Crusher 99.
That's an old Overwatch meme.
Yeah,
that was from when the Overwatch League first came out.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
But it's like kind of like taking, like you were saying, taking page off the Mixer side with giving the points or the spark. I forget what they called it over.
Sparks are the ones you earn, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing about Mixers, I don't think you get to do all those cool things like what you were talking about.
Yeah, you can't really like edit. Yeah, you can't edit
it's just like that, send these things. So that's why I said I think the Twitch ones are better.
Yeah.
So
I would agree.
And it's simpler in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
Like you've got two different types on Mixer, and like it was just.
I agree.
Yeah, just easier. So that was kind of like the pinnacle. The last two things that I see here, or never mind, there's one more after that. So I'll just kind of keep going along. The next one up is Mod View, which is great for our mods. So shout out to Fultz and Enders. They'll get a different view when they're helping mod our streams, which makes it really easy to kind of get through maybe some filtered out like you've got auto. What do they call that, Trey? Automod?
Automod queue, yeah.
Yeah, if you got Automod, you can filter those to either allow or deny them. You can kind of see on the side like who the users are. You can kind of control what the block terms are. You can turn on follow only chat. So you kind of puts them in a better control to help keep the stream safe.
Yeah, it's not just them looking at this, like watching the stream and being like, oh, you can't say that, ban. It's like a whole interface for these people.
Yeah, they've got a completely new look, which makes it a lot easier for them. And they can even see like a history of their actions that they've taken on that stream. So they can see like who they've timed out or banned, whatever it may be. So I think that's a huge one. I don't think no one will complain about making their mods' life easier.
Right.
Another small win that I've wanted for a while is subs on iOS. So being able to sub while watching on mobile on iPhones
blows my mind. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah, trust me, man. I'm in the same boat, and that'll be coming this month too. And sorry to backtrack because I don't think I gave dates for the others. So channel points will be coming January 2020. The mod view will be coming out next spring, and then the subs in iOS will be starting in October. So just this month.
Cool.
And it seems a little for the iOS subs. It's like you purchase sub tokens.
Yeah, it's like a whole separate currency on its own.
Yeah.
Why? Why can't it just be like, okay, subscribe?
I don't know.
Like, why?
It's because iOS takes a cut if they're.
Of course they do.
Like if there's purchased through the Apple Store or anything like that, Apple's going to take their cut. So this is a way that Amazon can kind of bypass that, make their own currency, so that the streamer and Amazon makes optimum money.
And that's then good. I'm okay with that actually.
Yeah. They're looking out for the streamer.
So that way it's like, okay, and also it's kind of a better way to be like, say I go to let's say I go to 4 Manakind stream, and if I was an iOS user, sorry, a little bit. Sorry, a little dramatic. But if I was an iOS user, it would be like, okay, I only want to stream, or I only want to sub to 4 Manakind for 3 months. Bam, done, paid for. I don't have to worry about anything else.
3 tokens, call it a day.
Call it a day. Yep, 3 tokens, done.
Got it.
Sold. You don't have to keep rescribing over and over and over. That way, the streamer can get the optimum money, and Twitch gets the money.
And Apple gets nothing.
Perfect. And Apple gets nothing.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
And next up, something that we've kind of mentioned a few times throughout the podcast is the updates to the ad experience.
Yeah.
Which I know got a thunderous applause at TwitchCon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And this actually, we just got the email 3 minutes ago that it just rolled out for affiliates.
Yeah.
So affiliates will earn revenue share from ads, which I think is pretty nice because it doesn't change the fact that the ads roll on our stream. It just means that we're making a portion of that money,
small profit,
instead of all of it going to Twitch. So it's nice that they're since the ads rolling on our channel, it's nice that they're allowing us to
30-minute ads. Here we come. All right.
And it it's not like it's game changing from a monetary aspect.
Of course.
Hopefully people don't take it that way, because I can just see some people now seeing the dollar signs in their eyes, thinking that I'm going to run a 5-minute ad every 15 minutes and I'm going to bring in $200 a stream,
and that's how you lose all your viewers.
But my thought is it's just nice that they're allowing affiliates to benefit from that.
Yeah, us lowly affiliates, I like it. It's nice.
And they're actually removing video ads altogether from any streamer that's not an affiliate or a partner. So any ad that you watch, it actually directly supports that channel that you're watching,
right?
Which is pretty cool.
It is.
And
then you don't have to worry about watching an ad, and then people who aren't affiliates yet don't have to worry about ads pushing people away from them.
Right. Yeah, because that can be a challenge for sure.
Can.
Another big win is affiliates and partners can disable pre-roll ads, which I know we talked about earlier. So instead of when you go into a stream for the first time and it plays that 30-second ad, channels can actually disable that and instead just run regular ad breaks throughout their stream. Which is cool because you have picture-in-picture now, like Trey talked about earlier. So you don't have to miss any of the, especially if you're watching something competitive, you don't have to miss any of the action. It's all right there. Once your 30 seconds, however long it is up, you're right back in without having missed what actually happened, which is big for raids. I know it's always nice to see the reaction when you raid someone and kind of talk it up with their community right when you jump in, and it always sucks to have to wait that 30 seconds.
Yep, I agree 100%. I think the whole ad thing is great and I have no problems with it at all.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. I'm not gonna be that guy. It's like, whoa, if ads every 5 minutes. No, I think it's just nice because I feel like we're not slaving away, I guess you could say.
Right.
We'll have a little more control over ads in general, just because instead of being like, oh, here we go, this is a huge moment, ad.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Now we just be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Let me run this ad real quick.
Right.
Yeah, it puts us in the streamer more in control of the content that's shown.
Yeah, exactly.
which is the really the biggest win overall in my opinion. It's not about the monetary aspect. It's just about being able to control.
The monetary aspect of it is just a bonus.
Yeah. Right. Yep. I agree. 100%.
Like it's not even huge enough for me to even care to be like, oh, we got $300 today. Sweet. I'm like, dope. $300 paycheck is coming out from random, like from all our viewers. Like, thank you, viewers. I appreciate you guys. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always take, at least when it comes to streaming, I always put money on the back burner. Like, I'm doing this for my experience, like for fun. Like I am putting my video game experience out in the world, and if people want to join in and catch those experiences with me, then they can do that.
Yep, same.
I know we started this with the we wanted this to be a community, and I'm glad that is, can still be our focuses.
For sure.
We like to do this stuff together, and we like to share this with other people. We love to talk about games with people, play games with people. It's awesome that we have a platform now that we can do that. And just it keeps getting better every year, bringing more people into the fam and keep upgrading everything. And the fam just grows with us. It's awesome.
Definitely
grows forever.
Until we become a monopoly, and then we buy out Disney, and then we bring
for all monopoly kind.
And then we bring Tom Holland back forever. He's never allowed to not be Spider-Man.
That's our goal.
That's the goal. For All Manakind was built to keep Tom Holland a Spider-Man forever.
That's right.
Forever.
I'm done.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Trey is having too much fun with his new mixer.
That's fantastic.
It's so great.
I'm jealous of it. I'm extremely jealous of it.
I sent Tim a link to one.
Yeah.
Did you?
All he has to do is click the buy now button.
I didn't get the link.
There's just a few things that are missing, I guess you could say, from last year's TwitchCon, like squad streaming for affiliates. I don't know if we ever covered that. I'm still waiting on that. I think it's going to be huge whenever that comes to us.
I agree.
There was something else that was missing that we still haven't. Oh, bounty board. When are we getting that bounty board, man? I would like that.
So I did ask about that.
For the fun part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, again, not doing it for the money. Just kind of doing it to be like, oh, there's another opportunity for us to grow.
Yeah. And I did ask about that while we were there. Asked one of the Twitch staff. And they said that it is rolling out to affiliates at a later date. That's really all they gave. Fair enough. It's still in the cards, just nothing that they have going on right now to like talk about a release date.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I thought overall we got some good news from TwitchCon. It was a great time. Yeah. We met some cool people, made some new friends. I'm always worried that when we go to these things, I'm always worried that you're going to run into people that only want to talk about numbers, and when really I just want to talk about like, what are you playing? What gets you excited? What's your like what do you enjoy? Like I just like making friends at these events because these are people that are passionate just like we are about games.
Right.
So it's cool to just hang out with like-minded people and just enjoy the weekend.
Right.
Yeah. So luckily we had me and KB had a great group of people to hang out with.
I'm hoping that I'll be able to go.
Yeah, I'd love for both of you to come one year. San Diego's an awesome city, and I think both of you would have an awesome time.
San Diego? I'm talking about Holland, baby. The Netherlands. Amsterdam. That's one I want to go to.
That'd be sweet, too. That would be sweet, too.
Yeah, I love that.
Huh?
I would say I would love it. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah. 100%. Easy. Yeah, I think that's pretty much covers all the updates from TwitchCon. Really looking forward to. We've got a few of those things coming out in October. One of them just launched tonight as we were doing this podcast.
Yep, 2 things pretty much.
Yeah, and polls will be shortly behind it, which we'll try and find some creative ways to use that. Try and think outside the bun, like Tim said.
That's right.
Think outside that bun.
Think outside the buns. Even if playing Project Resistance, what character are you gonna play? Throw up a poll and see. Make Tim play something he's not comfortable with.
I'm always the mastermind.
Always the mastermind. It's a little scary how comfortable you are being a serial killer, Tim.
Oh, it was great. I was so good at it.
Yeah.
Our very own
spoiler alert.
Our very own Denim Demon. By the way, if you good segue, if you guys haven't checked it out, we did launch a little teaser trailer for our Extra Life stream coming up on November 2nd. Trey's holding up the shirt. Tim's grabbing his too. This is this year's logo. So we've got some Jesus, Tim. So we've got some fresh new merch. If you guys are listening, you can check it out on with our merch links below. But we've got shirts, fanny packs, and stickers. All the proceeds this year go directly to our Extra Life Fund, benefiting Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. Last year we raised a little over $1,300. We've got a goal this year of $1,000. So hoping we can crush that goal and surpass last year as well. We're already working on the plans because it's less than a month away. We've got some exciting things to share with you guys. New challenges, new wheel spins, new games we'll be playing. So it's going to be a really exciting 24-hour charity stream. This is our 8th year doing it. If you guys have been around a while, yeah, isn't that wild? If you guys have been around a while, you might have caught one of our old ones. They're always so fun. We bring in some of our friends, our extended family, if you will. So it's just a blast. One of our favorite events of the year.
For a Manakindly?
We do it. We're going to do it always.
Yes,
always.
We'll be doing it while we're in the assisted living home. We'll be getting together.
Right. Hell yeah.
For the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
So yeah, definitely mark it on your calendars. We do have a Twitch event listed. So if you go to our channel and go under events, you'll be able to see. You can set a reminder for it. That way you don't forget. It'll be going on for 24 hours. So plenty of time to stop in. I know everyone's got busy weekend plans, but hopefully you guys can stop by and join us for a little bit. Even if you can't donate, we appreciate you just hanging out with us, spreading the good word of Extra Life. So that's really what we'll be planning for over the next couple weeks. And hopefully not getting distracted while we have this gap in new releases until The Outer Worlds comes out. I think that's the next one on all of our lists. Duty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm super excited for that game. I cannot wait.
It's only 2.5 weeks away. It's hard to believe.
Jeez.
You know that was announced last year at the VGAs. It hasn't even been a full year yet.
Dang, that's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hasn't even been a full year and it's already coming out. So that's what we'll be busy with. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. Anything else before we close this one out, guys?
No, nothing else I can think of, man.
Everything sounds good to me. I'm excited.
Covered just about everything.
Yeah. Well, guys, appreciate you as always stopping by to listen to another episode of FAMcast. We'll see you in the next couple of weeks for Extra Life, but until then, we'll see you guys later.
Later.
Bye,
see ya.
Everybody.
Thanks for listening to FAMcast. Be sure to subscribe for the latest episodes and follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and our other socials at For All Manakind.